Hello Thomas YouTubers, what we have on the table is my Hit Toys Annie and Clarabel that I got in. You saw them when I got them in earlier, and they were pretty rough shape. I didn't realize how bad a shape they were in, but let's just take a look at them. Obviously Annie's face is really messed up really bad here, but also if you can notice the amount of dirt that's in the cracks and things like that. But we're going to try to the dirt on the backside right here and up in here, the dirt. This will be a fast video. I'm going to replace these stickers with new stickers that are, a gentleman produces those stickers. See, there's a lot of dirt like up in here, up there. But we're going to clean them up. Everything's going to be sort of fast, and then I'm going to put the new stickers on and see how they look. Now, I'm going to use my old toothbrush and some alcohol and this X-Acto knife to get in between all those little cracks. I'm going to do all this cleaning and speed it up really fast so you don't watch the whole me slowly getting rid of all the dirt. But here we go. We'll go ahead and start. Oh, the one thing you want to watch out for when cleaning is these on the Hit Toys, where it says Clarabel there, that is actually painted on, so you don't want to scrub off that paint. We got them cleaned up. Let's take a better look at them. There's Annie. Got all that gunk and everything out between them, out between all the cracks. It's got a little ding right there, but they cleaned up pretty nice. And like I said earlier, this is painted on. That's not a sticker like on Trackmaster or Playrail. Those are stickers, but on the Hit Toys they painted it on. Let's take a look at the Clarabel. Got a little bit of dirt still right there, but that's all right. Not too bad. Okay, also what I noticed is if you look, the axles are really rusted, and therefore they don't roll very good. Here you can hear the squeaking sound. So you can look at like that screw right there is rusted. So I'm going to go ahead and take this apart and clean those up. All right, pretty rusty, and it will make it harder to pull it around the track. So let's go ahead and clean those up with the Dremel tool. All right, so we got them cleaned up. Let's see if we could tighten up a little bit on them here. There we go. There's still some discoloration because of the pitting that took place with all that rust. But they're both of them pretty clean. It's just a little bit of discoloration, but they're nice and smooth now. And I did put a little oil on them to prevent it from rusting again because I exposed all that metal. This is chrome, and I exposed all the metal, so I put a little bit of oil on them. So let's go ahead and assemble it, put it back together. Okay, good. No scraping. Everything is rolls smoother, and we'll do the same thing off camera to the Clarabel. Okay, after I went ahead and cleaned up the axles on the Locos, got rid of all that rust, I went ahead and took them out and taped them up, and I painted the tops because they were in bad shape. I just used whatever paint I had, and it's just white. These coaches come in so many different colors. I think in the factories they use whatever white paints they had. Some of them are gray white, some of them are refrigerated white, some are eggshell white. So I just used what I had. So let's go ahead and see how it comes. So that's not a bad job at all. Looks pretty good. I got stickers for that, so let's go ahead and do the same thing with this. Let's take a look. Yeah, it looks really good. I did a halfway decent job on that. All right, the next thing to do is to peel off these tapes and, excuse me, peel off these faces, paper faces, and put new ones on. The paper faces I got is right here. These are the ones that's going to go back on. And so this is Annie. It'll go on like right there. And then we got Clarabel right there. So the next thing to do is clean these up, take off the old faces, and then install the new ones. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to scrape them off. And you got to be very careful. This is a razor, and you got to be very careful when you use a razor. The golden rule is never push a razor towards yourself, but always push the razor away. So then we're going to use a brand new razor for that. Now comes the time that you don't want to jack this up. You want to make sure you get the Annie on the Annie and the Clarabel on the Clarabel, but you want to make sure it's on the right end. This is the kind of stuff I generally jack up. I mess it up. I put them on the wrong side, but I tried to look at it very carefully. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. Let's see how we do. Very simple. Let's get it off, and this is the part that I want to concentrate on. And make sure I don't put it down too soon. All right, that is a little crooked. Let's see if I can take it off without tearing it up. Nope, I'm going to have to leave it there. All right, it's a little crooked, but if I take it apart, I might tear it up, and then I'll be worse off than I was. Okay, now let's do the Clarabel. What makes it hard is I'm looking at the camera and doing what I'm doing with my hands at the same time, trying to get it right. That's better. I got that one better. Oh, I didn't have it in the camera. I did Clarabel a whole lot better. So let's go ahead and I'm going to, man, if I take that Annie off and I tear that sticker up, then I'm back where I was. But maybe I'll do that off camera. But let's go ahead and finish building out the coaches, get them finished up. Okay, there we go. Totally refurbished Annie and Clarabel. Hit Toys Annie and Clarabel. Got the Hit Toys right there. And Hit Toys right there. Yep. And so now I just need to get the Thomas, and I got a good set. Thanks for watching. See you next time.